So, well, here we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I ain't even fucking done out yet. So, here's my plan. This is gonna be, I say a new series. It's gonna be what my channel is gonna be built around, and that will be road to world championship, or road to being a world champion. So the idea of this, what I want to do is I want to be in a position where I can post once, maybe twice a week, maybe more, depends on how the week is. Obviously I'm busy, we're working, everything else in between. If you didn't know, Built by Fernie is now in gyms as well. So I am at the gym group in Headingley, so if you have any questions or anything else in between, come find me. Give me a message on Instagram, TikTok, and we will run something from there. So, yeah, I guess this is it. It's the pilot. So, it feels weird still talking to a camera, but, yeah. Well, this is it. Day one. Obviously, road to world champion. Like I said, might take a while, so might be a long series, might be a short one. We don't know. So here's my plan at the minute. Is I am in my off season, so I'm a bit tubby, but not too much. My main goal at the minute is I'm putting size on, putting weight, putting size on. That's obviously, as a previously, still a skinny dude, it's hard to put weight on. I've found bits and bats of works around, but at the end of the day, being a smaller dude, it's gonna be a lot harder. So if you don't know about me, you don't know who I am. So I'm Emmett. I've just turned 19, and I have 3 Mr. UK titles. So unfortunately, I'm too old for teens now, so those 2 titles, can't compete in that category. So 2 of those I competed, 1 in 24, obviously at NABA UK in Pudsey, so that were good, got my first title there. And then in the back of my mind, I was at a case of, I don't need to compete, I've done it once. I did go into that show, fuck off, fly, sorry. Did go into that show with the wrong mindset, I'll say. So I wasn't doing it for me, I wasn't doing it because I knew what I could do. It was a long prep. I think that prep was, I didn't know what was coming, I didn't know what was going to hit me. But it were an experience, it were a good first learning curve for that. Followed it up in 25. Obviously, I was adamant that I wasn't going to compete. I'd done it once. I'd stepped on stage, got tanned up, everything else. I'd achieved what I wanted to achieve. And I was adamant for ages and ages that I didn't want to compete again. And then did. I were in the gym one night, actually, and obviously it's not the entire reason why I competed, but I had a message, and I looked at it, and it were, if I could find it, I would show you, but I don't think I could. But I had a message, so I was looking on my phone, changing my music in the gym, and it were something along the lines of being like, you did it once, so what? It is what it is. So people will, they'll put you down on bits and bats that you do. You know what, I made an Instagram post about it. You get horrible messages, horrible comments about whatever it is. And yeah, so the first show, I went in with the wrong mindset. The second show was influenced a lot by myself, and I got to a point where I loved it. I missed doing this shit. I loved waking up every morning thinking, I don't want to do cardio, I don't want to eat chicken and rice 3 times a day. But secretly in the back of my head, I loved having that routine to do. So I think that's one thing that gets completely overlooked when it comes to bodybuilding. And it's like, look, I'm not the biggest dude in the world. I know I'm not. There's people who are bigger than me, people who look better on stage or have a better condition. And it's like, you know what? I'm humble enough to admit that. But at the same point, I'm in a sport where you have to be cocky, you have to be a prick, but not too much. Like, if I go on stage and I'm at the back, out of the way, not getting shoulder to shoulder with someone or showing what I've done, what I've made, then they're gonna miss it. Like, your stage presence has to be on point. Like, you want to be front and center, even after your mandatories in your free pose, and you want to be front and center. You want to be that knobhead who's getting elbow to elbow. Enjoy the spirit of it. But yeah, so obviously 25, I decided, you know what, run it back. I had a bit of a rough patch going on, and I thought, you know what, there's nothing better than getting back into the routine of doing something over and over again. And it was something which I thought, you know what, I've done it once, I know I can do it again, but better. So that was that, really. So ran it back, and I was like, fuck it, we'll do it. So did that again, same place. Said, you know what, I want to defend my title. So I did. So that made me a 2-time Mr. UK, and that were in the teens category. And then I thought, long term, if I go from teens to juniors, it's like, what? Teens is up until year 18 on that year, so I will find to do it. And then juniors is like, what, 19 to 23, whatever it is, but it opens up for that entire age. So if you've got a massive, like, 14, 15, 16-year-old, they can also compete in that if they want. Like George, obviously, I never got the chance to compete on stage with George because I never went to Britain or Universe or even Worlds, but obviously I met him down at the Gymshark event in London, and he's a lovely, lovely, lovely guy. He knows his shit, he knows that he's capable of doing everything, and he started at a young age, so I don't blame him for that, and he's done absolutely everything right, and he's a lovely guy. So it's the one thing I wish I'd have done sooner, was start sooner. And yeah, so I've been waffling that much, I forgot what I'm even on about, but you know what, this will probably make it into another completely separate video about why I compete. And anyway, all that shit aside, so I thought, what's good for my longevity here? Like, if I go up a age category, I'm going to get my arse handed to me over and over and over. So I thought, you know what, I spoke to my coach, John, a lovely, lovely guy. Obviously, we go way back. And I was like, what's going to benefit me long term? Like, what does my physique suit? And he said, men's physique. Because obviously, if you've seen pictures of me or videos of me on TikTok, I've got a very, very small waist, very slim, which is good. So I competed in men's physique, junior men's physique, sorry, and won that. So it's a case of I wanted to find something I can follow on long term doing. Hence why my current split that I'm doing now is tailored to men's physique. So, you know what, like I said, I'm not going to waffle, but obviously I'll like, I coach myself, so obviously I've got a business PTing people. So my split at the minute is push, pull, legs, and then rest, followed up by upper and then arms and delts, and then following it up with the rest again. So at the minute, obviously I'm going to start filming me like weighing myself on a morning properly in bits and bats. But obviously today I'll weigh in, I think it was 74.9 kilos. So I've put on just over 10 kilo from stage weight, I think. But obviously that were a long time ago now. So in my eyes, it's I'm going well. I always found it hard to get out of the 60 to 65 kilo range, or 68 even. I was stuck at 68 quite a bit. But on a new diet, but I say there's not really such thing as a clean bulk. Like, yes, you can eat pasta and steak, but at the same time you need to get some of the other horrible shit inside your body. It's like, look, everybody's different. Don't like take advice from me or from someone else. Look at the results. Like, oh, sorry. Just look at the results. And it's like, if what works for your body is the best thing for you, then follow it. Just keep doing that shit. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So obviously I know my body works on food, and I'm talking there's times where I've had to consistently eat 5,000-6,000 calories a day just to actually gain the weight over time, because I'm an active person. My job's physically active as well, so it's a case of like everybody will be in bed and I've got to force feed myself food and everything in between. It's like, obviously being skinny, and obviously it's nothing against people who are started fat or overweight and then obviously trimmed down. It's horrible trying to eat like a triple layer peanut butter and jam sandwich every day, constantly, and then when you finish that you're eating mountains of pasta and chicken, and then you get to the end of the day you're like, I ain't even hit my calories, so got smashed down 2 pizzas or something. Like, it's not pretty, the behind the scenes of it, but it's that's what it is, man. So like I said, I'm not gonna waffle overly amount, but this is it. It's road to worlds, man. So like I've said, you might not know who I am, you might never, you might just look at this video and think, who's this dude? Fuck it, there's a million other people who are doing the same thing as him. But yeah, it's a shot in the dark, but obviously the goal will be always be a Gymshark athlete. I'd absolutely love to rep everything that they're selling, and obviously I want to be a world champion. So it is what it is, man. And you know what? You never achieve that by just doing the basic bits and bats. You need to do the step above. You need to be crazy for what you do. Like, you need to fall in love with the process, the getting up every morning and training, doing cardio, eating food, etc., etc. You need to fall in love with that. And I think that's the main thing that puts people off, is they just want to do the simple, I'll train today and then I'll rest and I'll train again and I'll rest. It's like, yeah, but like when I was on prep, like obviously I'm studying at uni, I still am, and I'd come in with Brandon on a morning and I'd train at about 5:30 a.m. I'd do my session, do my cardio, get showered, go to uni, rest of my day done, sound, eat, come back, even do some more cardio, go in my back garden with a big old shower curtain and pose in front of it. Like, that's the type of stuff you have to do to get yourself in that mindset of, I can do this, I know what I can show to do it. But yeah, so that's what this channel is going to be around, is that road to worlds. Obviously there's going to be some other bits and bats in there, which, like, I've got no excuse not to know. I've got a nice decent camera, obviously not filming on my phone anymore, so can't complain. So thanks, Mum, bought me a camera. Anyway, but yeah, so Worlds is the target. So I qualified before, and I qualified for Europe, but I didn't realise until about 6 weeks before, so I was pretty pissed off. But it happens, man. You know, it happens. So I qualified for Europe by winning the UK. I'd seen it on Instagram of all things, so I wasn't told about it. It just popped up on Instagram. So I were a bit pissed off. I were pretty heartbroken about that. The fact how I'd got to Worlds at just 18, and then it had been sacked off, kind of. But like I said, everyone who's won at Worlds, there's absolutely nothing against them. Just keep an eye out for me. You know what? I might not win. It might be a good few times where I don't win, and you know what? I won't, because I'm humble enough to admit there's people, as I've said, who are bigger, who look better on stage, better conditioning. There's I'm gonna play to my strengths. So might be a year, might be 2 years this series, but as I said in some of my TikToks, if you aim small, you miss small. Like, I want to be a world champion, and I know a lot of people will comment on it and have things to say, like, you'll never do that. Like, look at me. What year are we in now? 2026. 2022 was when I started at the gym. First time I ever went into a gym, I was 49 kilo. That's how skinny I was. And you know what, I spent every day of my life, my birthday, even Christmas, when everything had been done, I'd go to the gym on Christmas. Because I fell in love with it. And there's no better feeling than actually having to document what I'm doing now. So I can show other people that. And yeah, like I said, it's been just coming up to 16 minutes now, me waffling. So I'm going to call that a video about explaining what this channel's about. And then I'm going to get into the training part in a minute.